Okay, so session 4. Today we're going to look at a progression from our cover drive, on drive and straight drive. We're going to look at how do we play these shots to slow bowling or spin bowling. Okay, and that's going to mean that we need to use our feet, okay, and get down the wicket to play the shot. So what we're going to do now, okay, instead of having our cone or our tee or our toilet roll holder in a position where we can just move our foot and hit it, it's going to be double that distance, meaning we have to travel to play the shot. Okay, in cricket, in batting, that's what we call using our feet. So if a slow bowler is putting it into an area where you can't really attack it, the best way to counter that is getting down the wicket to the pitch of the ball and playing a nice shot. So just what we're going to look at to do, okay, there's two options with our footwork. You're going to see this from front on and side on. One is that we do a little press, bring our foot round the back and there. Okay, again you'll see that from side on in a minute. Or we do what we call a shuffle, so our feet don't cross over, okay, they just look at pushing the next foot on. Alright, so how that would look here, okay, and then when we look at the crossover, it will look like this. Okay, so what we're going to look at when we're doing the push on, the feet pushing on, okay, that's where we get here to play the shot. When we take our foot around the back, it starts with the press forward, foot around the back into that position. Okay, so just quickly how those look. The push on method. Okay. And then the kind of skip round the back. Okay, so obviously there's a difference in what we're doing here. We're not just stood there playing forward, we're getting down to it, but the similarities stay. So head needs to be over the top of the ball at point of contact, our foot points where we want it to go, and our back path needs to come down nice in straight lines, okay? What we're going to do is you're going to set 2 cones, okay, and we're just going to try and have our 10 shots trying to get the ball through the gap. Okay, then we're going to now extend it to an adaptation or a progression drill. Okay, same principle of getting down the wicket, but this time we're going to play our shots. Okay, so we're going to play a cover drive, we're going to play a straight drive, and we're going to play an on drive. Okay, so we can start whichever one we want to. I'm going to start on drive, straight drive, cover drive, and should be how it looks. Okay, what you might have noticed there, okay, different to what we looked at last week, was I wasn't fully opening up my body for the on drive. That was just to make sure that we got the understanding of what we're doing. When we get to that on drive, all we're doing really is just opening our foot up a little bit, creating the chance for our back to come down, and we're hitting very straight, but on the on side, okay? Same with the cover drive and same with the straight drive. We're not opening up our body too much or closing it off, okay? Because if we do that against quick bowling or spin bowling, the chances are we're going to miss the ball. So if your garden's big enough, hopefully it is to do these activities, set yourselves different gates, okay? Have 2, 3, 4 rounds of this, trying to hit the ball into the areas. Again, it's not about how hard we're hitting it, how much power we add. It's about our accuracy and our control and our technical requirements. So head over the top of the ball, foot pointing in the direction we're trying to go, and our bat in straight lines, okay? And that's what we're working at. All right, so have your 3 sets of 9, get your scores, competitions between your brothers and sisters and your parents. Obviously, tell me what your scores are on this post. Okay, so another option we can use when playing slow bowling or spin bowling is sweeping the ball. So yes, it's a positive thing to be able to come out of our crease and play it off the floor, okay? Sometimes actually we might not want to expose our chance to stumping, so what we could do is play what we call a sweep shot, okay? And again, the ball ball's in a similar position, but because we're getting into this type of position, we can get further down the wicket, okay, and we can make sure that we're hitting the ball cleanly, okay, and having an option of scoring runs. I always look to sweep the ball on line, okay, so if I'm looking at my off stump being here, just a little bit outside of that, if I draw a line down here and that's where the ball is, I'm happy to play the sweep shot there. It limits my chances of being LBW because I'm getting outside the line, okay, and it limits the chance of me being bowled because I'm covering my stumps, and it's an effective way then to score runs. Okay, so based on the line of it, okay, I'm in the same position. We again lead with our head. However, this time instead of bracing our knee here, we're going that extra little bit further and going down into a low position, almost kneeling down, okay? And we strike the ball with a horizontal bat, and any horizontal bat shot, we go from high to low, rotating our hands to keep the ball down. Okay, our head should still try and go over the top of the ball, okay? But this is different to any other shot that we've looked at. Front on demonstration now, okay? Okay, side on demonstration now. Again, it's not about trying to hit the ball as hard as we can, it's all about control. Again, like any other shot, timing is massively important, okay? If I'm trying to hit it so hard, my technique might go, meaning I hit it up in the air, and if the ball goes up in the air, there's a chance of being out. Also, if I'm trying to hit it too hard, often the smoothness of the shot goes and timing goes. Okay, so using our feet, really good option. On drive, cover drive, and straight drive. The sweep is a good option, the conventional sweep. But also, now in the modern game, we see a lot more skills being used. Now we can look at the reverse sweep, okay? All we're looking at doing here, same principle of getting into a position this way. However, instead of bringing our arms round, we rotate from high to low and hit down. Okay, so just a side-on view of how that should look. Okay. Okay, so with both of those, what I want you to do again is set a target zone to try and hit through. Okay, have competitions with that. So play the sweep, say 10 sweep shots, 10 reverse sweep shots, see how many you can get through the gaps. Okay, before we go on to our final progression. Okay, so the final progression that we're going to look at, the final activity today, is going to be playing against kind of a live feed. So your partner, the feeder, okay, is going to throw different balls at you, and you've got to assess whether you should be coming down the wicket to it, whether you should be sweeping it or reverse sweeping it. Okay, but I want you to try to make sure you're playing the best shot to the ball. Okay, so playing every ball on merit and assessing it. If the ball goes high up in the air, can I get down the wicket to play a shot? If it's flatter, is that something I should be sweeping or reverse sweeping? Okay, so just a little demonstration now. So again, really important, we're not trying to whack the ball too hard, we're trying to be clean in our movements, we're trying to get the principles correct, get our head over the top of the ball, okay, clean back path, high to low on our flat shots or our cross-batted shots, okay, and just enjoy that, okay. If you can make that a competition at the end, so 10 balls, and you give a point for every shot that you play to the correct ball, however you want to do it, that would be great. And I'll be back again with some more batting, bowling and fielding sessions.